Let's go.
What made you decide to become part of Team Liquid?
I thought it was very exciting to be part of what I believe is the biggest team, the best team, and as one of the biggest names in chess myself, partnering up with the best team and also a fun brand seems like a great idea.
I was really excited to join Team Liquid because I wanted to join an organization with a long heritage, 25 years, and also because I think that we have a lot of the same values in terms of integrity and competitive drive and striving for excellence and especially for winning.
How do you feel about having Fabiano as your teammate?
I've played some tremendously exciting matches against Fabiano in rapid chess. I played him in the Champions Chess Tour finals in 2023, and honestly, that was probably my toughest match of all. In parts of that, I felt like he was having the upper hand. So I think he's definitely a top 3, 4. So I'm thinking it's good for the team.
I think it'll be really interesting to be on a team with Magnus. I'll always view him as a competitor. It's kind of ingrained in me at this point. And in this aspect, we will also be competitors. We may have to play each other. Very likely, we may at some point end up on the same side of the bracket. But in terms of having someone on a teammate, you couldn't hope for anyone better. He's been the best player in the world for over a decade now. So of course, I'm thrilled to be on a team with him.
I think chess is definitely evolving. It's becoming faster, and I think more and more similar to esports.
Yeah, I think chess has evolved tremendously. I mean, especially if we go back to the beginnings of chess, because it was not really viewed as a game for professionals. It was either a hobby or something for aristocrats to play. If we're going to the early 1900s, even if we're talking about world champions, they didn't play it as their main thing. It was just they were great chess players, but that wasn't how they made their living. And now it's really modernized in terms of becoming a sport where people can devote their full time to getting better. And now, in terms of modernization, the viewing experience online and also the tools that we use to learn and to analyze chess games, and the AI revolution has changed chess quite a lot. I think maybe like a pivotal moment was end of 2017 when Google, they basically built a self-learning AI that eventually rivaled the best traditional AIs. These things are very interesting. I'm not involved in the programming side, but I do find it interesting.
It's a game, it's a sport, it's an activity that has been struggling a little bit to find its identity, because it is part of so many things, but it's not clear where it belongs the most. And I think in this digital age, we're finding more and more that an esports setting is the way to go. We've had events in the last few years in more of an esports setting, which I think have been tremendously exciting. So that's really where I see a lot of the future for chess, at least for faster formats. So I'm very happy to be for chess to be part of the EWC, and for chess players to hopefully become a staple of esports teams as well.
I think that making it faster and also focusing on like the emotions that go into a chess game and the either pain of defeat or the joy of victory, and also playing for a team and that part of being kind of part of a wider community where you can root for your player, whoever that player is, then that has a lot of similarities to other esports and can also be something that everyone enjoys.
How is this collaboration with Team Liquid helping you to bring chess to a higher level?
I think Liquid is an amazing, very recognizable brand, and Team Liquid obviously do a lot around the world to bring fun to kids. So I think in that sense, it's an obvious partner.
Yeah, I think that joining the esports team along with my fellow players can help bring chess to a new audience. I think that's the exciting thing about the Esports World Cup, and for me personally joining Team Liquid is that we're also branching out to a wider audience, which is very cool.
Let's talk about formats. There are so many formats these days, and they get faster and faster and faster. Can you talk about them? Which ones do we have, and which one do excite you the most?
Yeah, there are a lot of different chess formats, and a lot of times organizers are experimenting, especially with the time control. So you'll have what's very often referred to as classical chess, which will commonly be 1.5 hours per side with a certain increment after each move, so you gain extra time after each move. And those games can last 4 hours or more. Like I've played games that lasted upwards of 7 hours. Then you have what's called rapid chess, which could be 10 minutes per side, 15 minutes per side, 25 minutes. Again, there's a bit of variance there, but it's going to be that in between where you do have time to think and you can play a pretty high accuracy game, high level, but the game isn't going to last hours. And then you have blitz chess, which is super fast. Very commonly, it's 3 minutes per side with 2 seconds added after each move, just so that you don't end up running out of time. So the clock is a major factor, but it's not the absolutely prevailing factor in the game. Still, you have to play well, and it's what a lot of people enjoy watching because it's super fast. Then you have like what's called bullet chess, which is 1 minute per side, and hasn't really been played at a very serious level, but still some people like it. The other format, which is very popular, chess 960, or more recently has been called freestyle chess, where the starting arrangement of the pieces is mixed up. So the pawns are in the same place, but the pieces on the back rank for each side, they mirror the other side, but they aren't in the traditional place. And that takes out all the theoretical side of chess that we've learned over the last, let's say 200 years, because there are too many positions that we can't really learn about them. Like just to give some perspective from the starting position, after like 3 moves, you have many billions of possible continuations and possible chess positions. So when you add that to 960, then we're talking about like truly astronomical numbers. So that's how you take out all the theory of chess, and then you just leave it to practical skills of players. And that's another form that's very popular.
I love rapid and blitz chess. For more classical, longer time control chess, I love freestyle. And then for faster time controls, I think regular chess works really well because the preparation, everything doesn't matter as much because you can take more risks when your opponent has less time. So honestly, or online or with the board, anything, I'm happy to play it as long as it's fast.
How many 1800s can you take on in a 960 Simul?
That's a very good question. I think I could take on basically unlimited and I'd still be able to do well. What is very interesting though, which is an idea we've thought about, is doing freestyle blindfolded as a Simul. I think that is something that could be very interesting and very, very difficult.
More and more people are watching chess, finding out that it's really hard to watch as well. They came up with the Eval Bar. Can you explain what it is and why you think it's good or bad?
Yeah, I think the evaluation bar is a really helpful tool for spectators to view chess, to understand what's going on, and for commentators often have to go into a lot of detail, but they can also have this like very helpful tool to draw upon, and it's extremely intuitive. If the bar goes up, then white is doing good. If the bar goes down, then black is doing good. And it really helps you immediately orientate yourself with how the players are doing.
I think a lot of people, they watch mostly interested in finding out who's going to win and the journey there. And the Eval Bar in chess, obviously it removes some of the mystery from the game, but it basically allows people of any skill to be able to see the score. And that's been something that's, I think, been incredibly helpful for casual viewers and sometimes even less casual viewers, because even we need that guidance. Broadcasts are done best when they can reach as many as possible. And speaking from my own experience, I quite like the more general broadcasts as well. I find them wholesome and fun to watch. At the moment, I have no intention of competing for the classical world championship in chess. 13 to 15 years ago, I was very happy competing and not thinking that much about the world championship. and I'm very happy with that now as well. So I don't have any intention whatsoever of trying to change how the Classical World Championship is done. I still love playing, but I want to play at the formats that make me happy.
For this year, I'm done. My work is done, basically, in terms of the World Championship cycle, because the cycle is every 2 years. And last year, I made a really big push in the end of 2024. And there are going to be 7 remaining qualifying spots, but I already booked mine. So in 2026, I'll be playing what's called the Quick Candidates Tournament, and only one place, the winner, will qualify for the World Championship match. So it's a winner takes all, basically. It's the hardest type of event. And it's my 6th time playing it. I've won once, 5 times didn't quite make it, which is always a disappointment. But I'll be trying again in next year to qualify for the World Championship.
I'm very motivated to be the first chess champion of the EWC, to bring home another title for Team Liquid, and whoever's going to beat me is going to have to go and take it, because I'm not going to give it away easily.
Do you follow any other esports?
Yeah, I mostly have followed Super Smash Brothers. Also played it very casually. I'm terrible. I'm really, really bad. But it is fun to play. And I, at some point, started to follow the competitive scene a bit in different Smash Brothers games. That's pretty much the only esport that I really know anything about.
I was unfortunately brainwashed as a kid to not play video games. In retrospect, I'm quite happy. I got to spend a lot of time on chess, but I don't really know too much about what's going on in the esports world. For sure, I will have a look at a few things during the EWC, but yeah, for now, I'd say it's a world that I need to learn more about. I will say that recently my wife, she wanted to get a PlayStation, so we got a PlayStation 5, and she's been grinding some GTA while I put in a few hours on FIFA career mode. So we have different tastes, but we're both happy.
Which member of the Lord of the Rings Fellowship would be easily the best player of chess?
Gandalf is cheating.
Is Saruman also cheating?
He's not a member of the fellowship.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, did it say member of the Fellowship?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, then it's tricky. But elves are good at stuff, yeah? So Legolas? I mean, other than that, I'd maybe go with a Hobbit. But yeah, maybe Legolas, that's my final answer.
I'm very sad to say that I haven't seen Lord of the Rings. I'm really sorry. It's been kind of a running thing for me for many years. Like, I know that I'm gonna like it, but I'm thinking that I should wait till I have kids of my own and then watch it with them.
Do you have any plans to auction the infamous jeans for charity?
You know what? We have had bidders for the jeans. There has been talk about auctioning them off to charity as well. I think some wheels are in motion right now, but I'm not quite sure what the status is. They are a very prized possession, of course.
What are your hopes for the future of chess?
I think we might be at a bit of a crossroads when it comes to like what the future of chess is, because there's kind of a push from many directions to either take it in a totally modern direction or keep the kind of the past legacy of chess. I do hope that there's a mix, because I don't see any reason why we should sacrifice the past of chess. I think we can have both, and there's something for everyone there. There's definitely going to be a lot of interesting developments. I don't know where it'll go, but I'm also happy to be part of the journey.
I want chess to thrive, of course, in the future, for chess to be fast, for chess to be fun, to reach new audiences, and most of all, for me, chess is fun. So if I can bring it to more and more people, and to especially to kids around the world, then I'll be very happy.